Hey everyone, welcome to your practice. Welcome to 20-minute mindfulness. My name is Jono. I'll be guiding you through this approximately 20-minute class, and this is going to be an energizing class. Okay, so what I think of as energizing class of poses are heart openers or backbends. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to work on the extension of our upper backs, our thoracic spines. We're going to work on lengthening the fronts of our legs, our hips, our chest, and opening up through our shoulders. And hopefully you'll feel energized after this short class. Okay, let's get started. Make your way into a comfortable seated position. Sitting nice and tall, either cross-legged or sitting on your heels like I'm doing here. And feel free to sit up on a cushion or something to make it more comfortable. And it is a little bit easier to sit with a straight spine if your hips are a little bit higher than your feet. So just take a moment to find your position. And we're going to stay seated here for the first couple poses. So once you've found your seat, sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. Rest your shoulders down away from your ears. And feel the weight of your arms. Then even here, start to find a little bit more openness, a little bit more expansiveness through the top of your chest, broadening your collarbones. And start to deepen your inhales. And lengthen your exhales. So starting to cultivate a deep, even breath. And we're going to use our breath as our guide today. So I really invite you to keep your breath conscious, even, deep, and smooth throughout the class. And if you notice that your breath is starting to become forced in any way, then you may be going too deep into one of the poses. Nice. And let's start moving with your eyes open or closed. Inhale, reach both arms forward and up towards the sky. And as you exhale, place your right hand back behind you, your left hand to your outer right knee, coming into a spinal twist. Inhale, grow tall through your spine. And exhale, twist towards your right. Looking over your back shoulder, lengthen through your lower back, up through your spine to the top of your head. Inhale. And exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Good. Then inhale, come to center, reach both arms up. And as you exhale, come into the opposite side. Place your left fingertips behind you, right fingertips to your outer left knee. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale, twist towards your left. Hold here for a couple rounds of breath, growing taller as you breathe in. And twisting a little bit deeper as you breathe out. Good. Then inhale, untwist, reach both arms up. Good. Then as you exhale, place your right fingertips down to the right. And then reach your left arm overhead, coming into a side bend. You might be able to come down onto your right elbow. If you can keep both of your sitting bones in contact with the floor. And then place your left hand to the back of your head, leaning your head back into your hand to deepen the stretch. And we're going to be moving our spines in all different directions today, just to warm up in preparation for our back bends. Come into the other side, inhale, reach both arms up. And as you exhale, place your left hand down and reach your right arm overhead. Coming into the same variation as the previous side. Place your right hand to the back of your head, lean your head back into your hand. So moving our spines in all different directions, including side bends, twisting, forward folding. Good. Then inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your lower back. One more pose here, seated. Squeeze your elbows together, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Broaden through your upper chest. And then work towards straightening your arms behind you. Maybe the heels of your hands come together. And then start to lift your chest up towards the sky, keeping your head neutral or looking back if that's okay for your neck. And we'll hold here for 3, 2, deep inhale, and 1. Exhale, release. Nice. Okay, coming into all fours, tabletop position. Stack your shoulders above your hands, your hips above your knees, and spread your fingers wide. Inhale here. And as you exhale, push the floor away from you, round your spine for cat pose. And then inhale, arc your spine. Look forward, broaden your sit bones back for cow. Exhale, round. Inhale, arc, a soft bend into your elbows as you try to draw your chest forward in between your arms. Exhale, round. Inhale, arc. And exhale, round. Good. Okay, one more preparatory pose before coming into downward facing dog. We'll come into melted heart pose. So I'm going to place my elbows onto blocks. You can place your elbows directly onto the floor. If you don't have blocks, it's totally fine too. So reach your arms out as far as you can in front of you while keeping your hips high above your knees. Lower down towards the floor with your chest and your head, but they don't have to touch. And if you do have blocks or something similar, feel free to bend your elbows and bring the palms of your hands together behind your head. Nice, and we'll hold here for a few deep, even breaths. Engage the muscles along your spine and in between your shoulder blades, just to gently push your chest a little bit closer towards the floor. And you may feel a really good stretch here through your lat muscles, which are along the sides of your body running down from your arms. Nice. Okay, then make your way back up onto all fours. And start to set up for downward facing dog. So widen your hands to outer shoulder distance apart. Spread your fingers wide. And when you're ready, push your hips up and back. Have a look at your feet. Make sure that they're outer hip distance apart. And start to press one heel down towards the ground at a time. Maybe even inviting in a little bit of lateral movement through your hips here. And find your deep, even breath. Straight, strong arms. Relax your shoulders. Good. Then come to stillness. Look forward. Start taking little steps towards the top of your mat. Once you arrive, place your hands to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift, straight arms, straight legs. And as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more time, engage your back muscles, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Good. On your next inhale, rise and reach both arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, cactus your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together, engage your glutes, and release your arms down, palms facing up. 2 more just like that. Inhale, reach. Little bit of a back bend as you exhale. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and release your arms down. 1 more. Inhale, reach. And exhale, cactus. Good. Moving into our flow, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, step your right foot back. Lower your back knee to the floor, coming into low lunge. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, settle here. Soften through your shoulders. Keep breathing. Turn your little fingers in to give your neck more space. We'll stay here for a couple more rounds of breath. Maybe even looking up towards your hands if that's okay for your neck. Then press your feet into the floor, activate your leg muscles, reach a little bit higher as you inhale. And exhale, lower both hands down. Place your right hand just a little bit wide of your mat or onto a block if you've got one. And then inhale, reach your left arm up towards the sky. Option to stay here, or to make this a little bit more challenging, pick up your back knee, bend your front knee a little bit more deeply, and then reach the back of your lifted hand behind you towards your outer right hip. Then open up your right shoulder like a door towards the sky and look back behind you, holding for 3, 2, and 1. Lower both hands down. Take a big step back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower all the way. Lower your knees first if you like. Coming into finger stand cobra. So keep breathing, untuck your toes. Place your fingertips to the outer edge of your mat. Point your elbows up towards the sky. And then inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lower, just like a wave. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Maybe your arms don't fully straighten, and that's okay. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Awesome. Keep breathing. Tuck your toes under. Place your hands back beside your chest, and either through a push-up or all fours, find your way up and back to downward facing dog. Okay, just staying here briefly. Lift your right leg up into space. Flex your toes down. Then shift your weight forward, look forward, and step your right foot in between your hands. Lower your back knee to the floor. Inhale, reach both arms up. And then exhale, cactus your arms. And then bring your left elbow on top of your right. And then either hug opposite shoulders or take the bind of eagle arms by bringing your palms together in front of your face. Then squeeze your forearms together as you lift and press your elbows forward. Lean back. We'll hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Release, lower both hands down. Take a big step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and reach. Now as you exhale, cactus your arms and then fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Leading with the left side, step your left foot back, lower your back knee to the floor. Coming into low crescent lunge, inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, settle here and breathe deeply. Soften your shoulders. Turn your little fingers in to give your neck more space. Maybe even look up towards your hands. Squeeze your legs together, push down into your feet. Inhale, find a little bit more length up through your fingertips. And then exhale, lower both hands down. Place your left hand slightly wide of your mat. I'm going to use a block. And reach your right arm up towards the sky. Option to stay here or pick up your back knee, bend your front knee deeply, and then bring the back of your lifted hand around you towards your outer left hip. Open up your right shoulder like a door towards the sky and look back behind you for 3, 2, and 1. Lower both hands down. Take a big step back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower, halfway or all the way. Inhale, lift your chest. And then exhale, find your way up and back to downward facing dog. Nice. Stay here for 2 deep, even breaths. Find your center. Soften your facial muscles in your jaw. And then lift your left leg up behind you. Toes pointing down to keep your hips level. Shift your weight forward and step your left foot in between your hands. Lower your back knee to the floor. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms and then cross your right elbow on top of left. Hug opposite shoulders or take the bind by bringing your palms together in front of your face. Then lift, squeeze your forearms together and press your elbows forward. Lean back as much as feels comfortable but still challenging. Maintain a smooth breath for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower both hands down. Take a big step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and reach. And exhale, lower both hands down in front of your chest. Whew. Nice. Okay, moving to the floor now. Hopefully you're feeling warm. I sure am. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, step back to plank and lower slowly. Nice. Okay, coming into our first pose, untuck your toes and then come up onto your elbows into Sphinx pose. Okay, place the palms of your hands down onto the floor. Palms can face up too if that's more comfortable for you. I prefer palms facing down. And then push your elbows down into the floor so that your neck has lots of space. Push the tops of your feet into the floor so that your knees lift, so strong and stable through the lower half of your body. And then try to draw your elbows back as if you were trying to just gently press your chest forward in between your arms. And then give yourself a bit of a double chin here. Nice. And notice how trying to give yourself a bit of a double chin increases the extension through your upper back. Option to stay here or lift up your elbows coming into seal pose. But if you do lift up, try to make sure that your shoulders continue moving down away from your ears. And here as well, just gently try to draw your chest forward in between your arms. And we'll stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Lower slowly. Nice. Stack one hand on top of the other and we'll just take a little rest here. Rest either your forehead or one cheek, one side of your face down onto your hands. And I find this class of poses to be exhilarating. So we don't usually move our bodies in this way. So it's really nice to feel how it feels by resting a little bit in between the poses. So that's what we'll do. Okay, coming into the next one, which is going to be Locust, Shalabhasana. Couple of options here. Either keep your hands back beside your hips, palms facing down, or some people find this easier interlacing your fingers behind your lower back. Then squeeze your elbows together. Work towards straightening your arms. Lift your feet, and then lift your chest. Okay, so only lift so high as that you can keep your breath smooth. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and push your hips down into the floor by activating your glutes. And we'll hold here for 7, 6, 5, smooth breaths, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Place your hands one on top of the other. Rest your head down. And 3 breaths here. Just fully let go. All right, roll onto your back, coming into our next pose, which is bridge, Setu Bandhasana. So plant the soles of your feet down onto the floor, knees bent. Then bend your elbows, bring your elbows in close to your rib cage, fingers pointing up towards the sky so it looks like you have robot arms. And before lifting your hips up, press your elbows down, gently press the back of your head down to squeeze your shoulder blades together. So wrap your shoulder blades in towards one another. Your chest is going to lift a little bit here. And then with that done, push your feet into the floor, lift your hips up so that your chest moves towards your chin. But lift your chin up a little bit too, just to give your neck some space here. And hold. Feel free to stay here, or if it feels good, interlace your fingers behind you in contact with the floor. And breathe deep. Engage your glutes here as well. And I like to widen my feet a little bit in bridge pose. I feel like I can get a little bit more height out of my hips. So feel free to experiment with your foot placement, maybe wider or a little bit more narrow. And we'll stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower. Good. Then if your feet are still narrow, widen your feet to the outer edges of your mat and rest your knees in towards one another. Place both of your hands onto your ribs or your chest or your belly. Close your eyes. And then just notice how you're feeling. Super nice to take little breaks in between the poses. Okay, let's do another one. So, with your feet wide or a little bit more narrow, robot arms. And when you're ready, squeeze your shoulder blades in together, lift your hips up high. Coming back into bridge pose, option to stay here, or if you have wheel in your practice or you'd like to try, from bridge, place your hands beside your ears with your fingers pointing towards your shoulders, elbows pointing up towards the sky. Then push into your hands as you're ready, lift up onto the top of your head. Feel free to stay here or push into your hands and lift all the way up, coming into full wheel pose. Okay, you might be able to walk your hands a little bit closer to your feet or your feet a little bit closer to your hands, or it might even feel good to come up onto your tiptoes and look with your head underneath you towards your heels. And just stay up for as long as feels okay. And then come down whenever you're ready, the same way that you came in, lowering slowly and carefully. Then widen your feet, rest your knees in towards one another. Place your hands back in contact with your body. And notice the effects of the pose that you chose. I find after teaching a backbending class, my students usually walk out of there with smiles on their faces, as opposed to hip opening classes or fold forwarding classes. Okay, I'll give the option to do one more. We're approaching the 25-minute mark here. So if you've got to move on, then please feel free to move on. If you have time to do 1 or 2 more, repetition is really good, especially working with these poses. So feel free to take another bridge or another wheel or even a shoulder stand if you've got that in your practice, or even just to lie down and rest in Shavasana, in final rest, for a few minutes if you've got the time. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel energized. Have a great day. Namaste.